The loudest voice in the room is rarely the most powerful. Emotionally intelligent people understand this instinctively. While others feel the need to fill every silence, they pause. They observe. They listen. Not because they lack confidence, but because they understand something most people overlook: silence reveals more than words ever could. In conversations, silence creates space. Space to think clearly. Space to read emotional cues. Space to understand what is really happening beneath the surface. Emotionally intelligent people are aware that words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. So they choose them carefully. Most people speak to be seen, to be validated, to prove their worth. But emotionally intelligent individuals do not rely on constant expression to feel secure. Their confidence is internal, not performative. Silence allows them to remain grounded even when emotions rise. In heated moments, while others react impulsively, they stay calm. This calmness is not weakness, it is regulation. The ability to stay composed under pressure is one of the strongest indicators of emotional intelligence. There is also a psychological effect at play. When someone remains quiet, others often project their own thoughts onto that silence. They reveal their insecurities, their intentions, their emotional state. Silence becomes a mirror, reflecting what words often hide. This is why quiet people are often misunderstood. Their restraint is mistaken for passivity, their observation for disinterest. But in reality, they are processing more than anyone else in the room. Emotionally intelligent people understand that attention is a form of energy. They do not waste it on unnecessary conversations or emotional noise. They engage selectively. And because of this, when they do speak, their words carry weight. Silence also protects emotional boundaries. It prevents oversharing. It keeps personal experiences from being diluted through constant explanation. Emotionally intelligent individuals recognize that not everyone deserves access to their inner world. They choose privacy over exposure, depth over performance, presence over noise. In a culture that equates loudness with confidence, silence becomes a quiet rebellion. It signals self-trust. It signals emotional security. It signals awareness. And most importantly, it signals control. Respect is rarely demanded. It is felt. Emotionally intelligent people do not seek respect through dominance or volume. They earn it through composure, through consistency, through restraint. When someone remains calm while others are emotionally reactive, the dynamic shifts. Silence interrupts chaos. It lowers emotional temperature. It forces reflection. This is why calm individuals often appear authoritative without trying to be. Many people talk excessively because they fear being misunderstood. They explain themselves repeatedly, hoping clarity will earn acceptance. But emotional intelligence recognizes a deeper truth: the need to over-explain often invites judgment rather than understanding. Silence removes that vulnerability. When you do not rush to justify yourself, others are left to interpret your actions on their own. This creates psychological distance, and distance breeds respect. People begin to pay closer attention. They listen more carefully. They take your presence seriously. Emotionally intelligent individuals also understand timing. They know that speaking at the wrong moment can weaken a message. Silence allows emotions to settle, both internally and externally. It creates the right conditions for clarity. In professional environments, silence signals competence. Those who speak only when necessary appear thoughtful and intentional. Their words are not lost in noise. They stand out precisely because they are not constant. In relationships, silence functions as self-respect. It communicates boundaries without confrontation. It shows that emotional access is earned, not demanded. Emotionally intelligent people do not chase connection through constant reassurance. They allow space for mutual effort. Silence also exposes power dynamics. When one person reacts emotionally and the other remains calm, control becomes visible. Not as manipulation, but as self-mastery. This is why emotionally intelligent people are difficult to provoke. They do not give away emotional leverage. They choose peace over reaction. And in doing so, they protect their dignity. Silence does not mean indifference. It means intention. It means knowing that not every thought requires expression, and not every emotion requires display. Respect follows those who demonstrate emotional discipline. There comes a point where silence evolves from a habit into a philosophy. Emotionally intelligent people stop using silence as a reaction and begin using it as a choice. They no longer withhold words out of fear or confusion, but out of clarity. They understand themselves well enough to know when speech adds value, and when it doesn't. In moments of conflict, silence becomes stability. While others escalate, emotionally intelligent individuals regulate. They allow space for emotions to surface without being consumed by them. This self-control prevents regret and preserves self-respect. Silence also deepens awareness. When you are not focused on responding, you are fully present. You notice patterns. Subtle shifts in behavior. Inconsistencies between words and actions. Emotionally intelligent people listen beyond language. This awareness strengthens intuition. It sharpens judgment. It builds trust in one's inner compass. Silence also strengthens the relationship with the self. In quiet moments, emotionally intelligent individuals reflect. They confront discomfort instead of escaping it. They process emotions rather than suppress them. This inner work builds resilience. As a result, they become emotionally independent. Their sense of worth is not dependent on external validation. They do not need to be constantly heard to feel seen. This inner stability becomes visible to others. Calm energy is felt before it is understood. People sense confidence that does not seek approval. Authority that does not announce itself. Silence, when rooted in self-awareness, becomes presence. It communicates strength without aggression. Confidence without arrogance. Power without noise. Emotionally intelligent people do not withdraw from life, they engage with it consciously. They choose depth over distraction. Meaning over reaction. Awareness over impulse. And in a world addicted to noise, silence becomes one of the most powerful languages of all. The moment you stop explaining yourself, people start respecting you differently. Weak minds demand explanations. Strong minds observe silently. When you explain too much, you give others power to judge your intentions. Calm people don't justify. They move. They act. They let results speak. Silence is not weakness. It is emotional control.